I've recently blown my 5 top step accounts and now I'm trying to pass 5 combines again. I'm up $740 today with today's trades and I'm going to show you how. This is how I try to pass my combines. I'm only $1,000 away from passing these combines and this is how I approach combines. Hey, by the way, if you're new here, I'm James. I started documenting my trading journey about a year ago when I was unprofitable. I've made about 45K since and my goal is 100K in payouts, all documented on YouTube. So if that's something that interests you, make sure you subscribe to the channel and let's get back to the video. So here we are on Top Step. These are the 3 trades I did take this morning, but I actually did take a trade last night in Asia session and caught a dub. I made about $600 on that trade. So I was going into the day with some profit. I was trying to hit the consistency rule of $1,500 and I was trying to just get as close as the profit target as possible. Unfortunately, my first trade that I did take a loss right here, as you can see, ended up break even on this trade, and then we caught a continuation and made a dub right here to make our money back, ending off at $740 for the day and being only $1,050 away from the profit target. So as you can see, I'll put a little screenshot of the Asia trade if you guys want to see that right here. And let's go on to TradingView and show you my thought process going into the day. So we'll bar replay right here. Oops. All right, so this is market open right here. And if you scale out, looking at the 15-minute time frame, what did we do overnight? Well, as you can see, like my Asia trade right here, we took out Asia low. That is when I caught a dub. And then we sweep that and reversed off of that, taking our session highs, London high, Asia high. So where exactly can price go after seeing these highs right here? If you scale down to the 1-minute time frame, we also had data highs right here. Data high got taken as well as data low. So there's really not that many draws that can be taken going into New York AM session. So coming back down to the 1-hour time frame, as you can see right here, we had this unfilled fair value gap right here above, as well as this unfilled 1-hour fair value gap below. This candle was not taken. This candle was not formed yet, so this was not taken. So scaling back down to the 15-minute time frame, as you can see, this 1-hour gap wasn't taken yet. We also had this New York AM session high right here. So my thought process going into today was we either retrace into this 1-hour gap, displacing us higher to this unfilled gap right here, or we either displace higher into this gap right here, displacing us lower into this unfilled gap right here, or our third possibility going today was we blow past this unfilled gap right here, break and retest to this New York AM high right here. So those are the 3 possibilities I was looking for going to the day, and let's see what happens. So going to the 5-minute time frame, play more candles. As you can see, we actually blow past, hit this unfilled gap right here, and we actually close above the unfilled gap right here. This gave me some sort of confidence that we might actually want to continue higher to this unfilled gap right here, or unfilled, unmitigated New York AM session high right here. So what do I see? I see this 5-minute gap open up right here. So my plan was to see if we get some sort of displacement out of this 5-minute gap, showing that we want to continue higher to this high possibly, then I'll take an entry. Play candle, 5-minute time frame, nice strong close right here, and scale down to the 1-minute time frame. We get this nice volume out of this 5-minute gap. I take an entry off this 5-minute close right here, like this, with my stop loss below this low right here, targeting this New York AM session high, and I would just extend my TP to a 1-to-1 to secure profits to get a 1-to-1 RR trade. So what happens? You see play more candles, and as you can see, I get stopped out right there. That leaves me at break even for the day, wiped out my Asia session win, and that's totally fine. So I take this loss right here. After reassessing, seeing what could have happened, I see that we are somewhat overextended. I can't expect continuations higher. So I'm looking at this right here, looking at the 1-minute time frame. This was 7 a.m. This was when the new candle 1-hour closed right here. And as you can see, we actually closed below this this 1 hour gap right here. We actually close below it, create this big wick right here. And after seeing this big wick right here, I'm expecting, okay, this is a possible sign of a reversal right here. I'm expecting this to be a rejection wick off of this 1 hour gap right here, scaling back down to the 5-minute time frame. I'm expecting, if we take this trade right here, I'm expecting this high right here to be the New York AM session high of the day. So I'm expecting this to be our high of the day. And I see this 5-minute gap right here starting to get inverse, scaling to the 1 hour time frame, believing that this is our high of the day, the New York AM session high of the day. I actually get an entry. I won't bar replay. I get a entry, a short right here, mid candle right here, and my stop loss should be ideally at this high right here, but I make it right here just because I believe if we're going to come up all the way up here, might as well take out this New York AM session high. And my trade idea is probably wrong, but I make it a little bit smaller just so I can get a little bit more risk in, put a little bit more size on the trade. With these evals, you want to be risking heavier on these evals to get them passed. You don't want to be spending a lot of time on these evals. So I put my stop loss right here, put a little bit more size on the trade, and I'm targeting New York AM session low right here. So I get this entry right here, and now I start watching ES as well, monitoring how it's reacting. So as you can see right here, I have ES opened right here, and this is the session low right here. So I'm playing candles like this, and as you can see, ES takes this session low below first. And as you can see, I also marked out the 1 hour unfilled fair value gap right here, and we actually edge it on ES, and we start pushing up higher. So after seeing that we're edging this, we take out this low right here on ES. I believe a retrace is due, so I actually move my stop loss to break even on this trade right here. And if you play more candles, you can see I get stopped out right there. And after that, I'm left at break even for the day, and I scale out to see if price is actually, if the move is done, if we're going to retrace higher, but I still believe we are actually bound to continue lower and that a full reversal is bound to happen. Taking a look back, coming back down here, we have this 15-minute gap right here that we retraced into, and scaling back down to the 1-minute time frame, you can see we are getting a sharp reaction out of this 1-minute gap. So we can actually take off ES. I get a mid-entry candle, mid-entry right here, stop loss above this high, targeting, where did I actually get my entry? I got my entry 24,655, 24,655 right here. So this is where I got my entry right here. And I was targeting this right here. And I actually extended my TP to, this is where I took profit, 24,579. 24,580 right here. So this is the trade entry I got, playing candles right here. And as you can see, we tap into this right here. I wanted to extend my TP, but we were coming to the end of the hour, and I was expecting the 1 hour to actually respect this 1 hour gap or create some sort of wick. As you know, you have to have a wick at most of the candles, the 1 hour candle. So it was coming to the end of the 1 hour candle. I was expecting a wick to be formed after tapping into this 1 hour gap, but as you can see, we continue lower, and it would have hit a $1,500 trade, but I cannot complain about winning that trade, up $740 for the day. And as you can see, this is a more reversal base. And if you've been following my channel, I'm more of a continuation trader, and I'm now starting to catch these reversal based strategies. But if you take a look at the higher time frame, we are bearish overall on the higher time frame. And if you take a look right here, this, like I said, we tapped into a 1 hour gap right here, and we're rejecting it, scaling down to the lower time frame. We're getting a continuation out of that higher time frame gap. So even though this looks like a reversal trade on the lower time frame, it's actually a continuation trade on the higher time frame. So theoretically, I'm still trading continuations. I'm just scaling down to the lower time frame, catching more of a reversal type entry. So that is the trades that I took for today. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you learned from the loss I took from this first trade that I took right here. Hope you learned something with this reverse strategy, seeing my thought process. I hope you guys learned something. And I'm documenting my journey to 100K in profits. Recently blew my accounts, but I am trying to get them back, and hopefully I get them back going into next week. You guys are watching my whole journey as a trader, and you guys are going to be the first ones. If you're new here, channel is still relatively new, so you guys are the first ones in watching this journey. So if you want to continue watching this journey, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll continue to post my updates to 100K in payouts, and that is all I have for you guys. So I really appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.